just having to call a lot of them.
Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't look like any storms are coming. So hopefully we'll have some good shrimp.
Yeah, it looks like you've got a week or two, and if it goes all the way through October and November without a hurricane or tropical storm or a ton of rain, we should have a lot of shrimp.
Yeah.
So
That'll be good. Plenty of shrimp.
that's it. So now we got the red snapper special permit we're trying to come up. We'll see if we get that one.
Have they
What's the
released?
best moon phase for shrimp? Alex asked.
Moon phase, that's pretty interesting because to me, I've always caught them as long as the tide's moving, and it doesn't seem like the moon bothered them. Now on a full moon, that current runs a little bit harder, so sometimes it's a little bit harder to stay on them. Not now I got spotlight, not so much, but
Yeah.
but the main thing is the tide, and either side of the tide, but as long as the tide's moving.
Yeah, I've always found a moving tide is good. I haven't found a preference in or out. Slack tide is not good. And yeah, moon phase, like, it's kind of the way it is right now is like, if we're off and they're shrimp, we'll give it a try.
Right.
Like, I mean, I guess you're retired, you can be choosy, but for most of us, it's like, if the weather's good and, it's shrimping season, go shrimping. I don't wait for the theoretical best time.
Right. The best time to go fishing is when you can.
Right.
And if you catch them, you catch them. If you don't, hey, it's fishing. On days that you're catching, it's catching. On the days that you're not catching, it's fishing.
Yeah.
And you just kind of you throw it either way you want around there, but
Yeah, you gotta just enjoy it, and at least with shrimping, like if you go 60 miles offshore and the fishing's bad, that's a pain. But
about
if you go,
$500 down the drain there.
yeah, if you go shrimping and it's like you're out there 30 minutes or an hour and they're all really small, there's nothing there. It's like, well, let's go back, let's go fishing.
Reload and remount.
You just change it up.
Yeah, and the thing too is when we get them, we try to eat our shrimp fresh. We'll still freeze some of them, but every time we go shrimping, we'll probably have some kind of shrimp meal, not shrimp meal, but shrimp for a meal.
Yeah.
In the next few days.
Yeah. And catching our own keeps us away from those radioactive shrimp.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys.
Yeah, if you saw our last short.
It'll make you look like who's the green monster on the superheroes.
You have to be more
Hulk.
specific.
Is that Incredible Hulk? Is he green?
He is green.
Okay.
But I think there's quite a few green monsters.
I was saying like jealousy.
There you go.
Swamp Thing.
I don't know if maybe if you eat them shrimp, it'll turn you into the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. I guess there was an
Or the
article.
Incredible Bulk if you eat too many.
Yeah, there was an article where I guess Walmart and other big stores, had like shrimp that they found was radioactive. It was like contaminated somehow, like the shrimp you'd buy in bags. But it hasn't been an issue for us because we catch them.
Right. And a lot of those what you buy from the store, not from the seafood market, but from those retail stores, those are pond raised shrimp that come in. A lot of from South America and stuff, so I don't know if they got some issues going on down there, but all ours are wild shrimp.
Yeah. So yeah, shrimping season. It's this time of year. Flounder and stuff is this time of year.
Right.
Bull redfish, those will be picking up pretty soon.
Yeah, in fact, I've seen a couple of people posted the last couple of days where they've been getting them out there in the river. So.
Gotcha. They say like where they've been or just like where they have
Did
been.
you study the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey guys, send us your picture and then send us your numbers, and we'll see if we can verify put the picture with the numbers and see if the fish is
still there.
If you want us to pre-check your spots,
right? Just we'll be happy. I'm retired. I'll go out there. I'll tell you if they're biting, and then
that should be a service we offer.
Yeah, that's true. And you can go out there and do it. We'll even help you launch your boat if we're out there at the thing, won't we?
Yeah.
But
so I was just gonna say, we got all set up. I don't know. For those of you just tuning in, my name is Captain Jeremy. This is my sister Kayla and my dad JJ. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to shout them out. Working through a couple different platforms, so I'll try to catch them. Sorry if I miss them, Kayla.
I'm trying to keep up. It looks like I'm on the phone the whole time.
It looks like I don't know if Spinning Ballyhoo is plugged in on us, but it looks like if you are, just kind of give us an update on the keys. I've seen some of your videos. Looks like you did pretty good on some mahi and also on some
What's his range?
blackfin tuna. I think I've seen a rainbow runner or something there, maybe on one of the trips. But
Okay,
just kind of let
league
us know.
limits. I guess I didn't go too far back. What's your ideal wind forecast for fishing within 3 miles of the beach?
It's a good question.
None? Think.
So part of its direction, like if it's a west wind, it could be pretty windy, and because you're kind of shielded, kind of the land shields you. You can be out there. Like earlier this year, actually one of our better kingfish days of the year, we were planning on going 10 miles out, and we get out there and it was like howling. It's probably what, 15, maybe 15 to 20.
Yeah. And it was right, 3 to 5s easily rolling in there. Then that what, east or northeast, or was
it was out of the west.
Yeah, that's right.
So it wasn't really bothering us wave wise. Like there were like a lot of boats stayed in the 3 miles because it was just so nasty way out.
Right.
Like,
Even all the charter guys were right there with us.
Yeah. Captain Chad from Team Buck Rogers, he was out there that day in his 36-foot Cape Horn, and they went 10 miles out, and he said they were taking waves over the bow. So it was nasty out there, but in 3 miles, it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if the wind's out of the east, south, something like that, then I don't know, maybe like 10, you think is kind of the max?
Yeah. If it's out of the south and you're along the beach, it probably don't hurt you as bad as the east. Southeast, east, or northeast, especially northeast, can be pretty nasty. Today, when we were out there, it was blowing out of the northeast, and we could see out on past Bird Island. It was like pretty wavy out there.
Yeah,
maybe 2 to 4, 3 to 5 out there, but it's probably blowing 10 to 15.
I feel like a general rule is like, at least here, winds out of the south, it's probably not going to be as bad. Like winds out of the northeast, it's going to be like worse. Like 15 out of the south would make me less nervous than like 10 out of the north.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Right. And when you go to the ledge, that those north seem like it's just they'll never. They may say it's going to be 3 feet or less, or 2 out of the north. I don't know if it's such a thing.
Yeah.
But then the west winds can get nasty when you get way offshore too.
Yeah. West. In the winter, what's funny is like, in the summer, you get a sea breeze on land, or in the afternoon, the wind will pick up along the beach because the land is hotter and it causes the air to rise, which sucks wind in from the ocean. Yeah, and in the winter, I feel like we get the opposite. Like when you go out to the ledge, I've gone out there and the first 45, 50 miles be like slick, and it starts getting choppy, and the time you get to the ledge where the current is, the water's a lot warmer. You may have gone from 55, 60 degree water inshore to 70 to 75 out there because you're close to the Gulf Stream. And if there's already a west wind, I feel like it kind of really kicks that wind up sometimes.
Yeah, there you go.
So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, something.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lot going between all. I feel like I'm missing stuff.
So we're getting that time of year in the fall when the water's going to start cooling down. The mullet run should start. In fact, I think it's even actually started. I've been seeing a bunch of them running out. And that's why the tarpon, Nassau Sound was loaded with tarpon today. I mean, big ones. One burnt me off when I was out there fishing. But
Gotcha.
But yeah, they were rolling all around us. I mean, some of them were like well over 100 pounders.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What the one hit? Did it hit your flounder lure, or did you have a lure up top?
It flounder lure.
So it was on the bottom?
Yeah, and it took off. When it hit, I mean, he screamed it. And he actually looped back up under the bridge, and I couldn't get around quick enough, and he cut me off on the ponds.
Okay, any time of year do you prefer or like to go inshore?
Inshore?
Yeah,
Listen, I think inshore, something's usually always biting inshore. This time of year it's going to be the trout, flounder, and redfish should be pretty good. As it gets a little bit later and the water cools down, you're going to have your sheep's head, drum, whiting, and trout will still be doing pretty good in there. And flounder all the way up until usually December, January.
Yeah.
But we usually go like fall.
But
Yeah.
Maybe.
For our big bulls.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
inshore.
I know like flounder, what you really like to do is like a fall. That's like the peak season, right?
Right, bigger fish.
Yeah.
Bigger. First, when you get that first good front where the temperature drops like into the upper 40s or 50s, it triggers those mullet to start running out of the bays and estuaries, and the flounder follow them out. And they'll stage up in these deep holes right at the mouths of the rivers and creeks, and that's when you start getting the big boys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Part of it, I think, is with us, we fish a lot offshore in the summer just because, that's when we like to go for like kings and.
Not this year, but.
Oh, yeah, this year's been slow, but like generally, like it's not that summer's a bad time to inshore
Right.
fish. It's just we happen to be, offshore.
Right.
And in the fall, winter, especially too, a lot of times it'll be too rough to go offshore, but you could still go inshore.
Right.
So that's the nice thing about inshore fishing.
Your comments on that one? I can't read it. That last one.
Halo Master said, "Enjoy your channel almost as much as I like fishing the ledge." Well, thank you. I like fishing the ledge too.
Yeah, a lot of them triggerfish.
I was thinking wahoo,
I
but
think
yeah,
your bottom fish.
triggerfish are nice.
Yeah.
We got a spot lock on our little boat now, which has been great for like inshore and like shrimping, and it'd really be nice on the big boat for bottom fishing.
Yeah, we got Christopher Columbus thing right now. It's called an anchor.
Yeah.
You drop out there. We'll be out there at the ledge, and everybody else has got spot locks, and we're the only one with a rope. Everybody's like, "What in the world was that guy got hanging off the guy his boat?"
What'd he throw in the water there? Yeah. It's an anchor, folks. Old school anchor.
It is.
So, what you thinking there, Kayla?
Huh? Oh, you tell me.
So, Kayla, you were out there with us on all the kingfish tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
The last one, we were going to let Jeremy catch all the kingfish.
I know, I didn't have to.
Fishing.
It wasn't the plan to let me catch all the fish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, it was. What did it, Kayla? I mean, you said we were going to let Jeremy.
They did, but
I think we got a shark or something. We just didn't do it on camera.
yeah. But the thing was, it's not up to them.
Wait, what? Who's the boat owner?
Who's the captain?
And I'm nothing.
No,
Captain's
I'm
camera
the
you
cameraman.
replaced,
it kind of came out. It worked out. Like
What are you on?
I wasn't gonna catch the fish just to catch the fish, but the big fish that hit, I saw it hit the line.
Yeah.
It was right next to me. It like skied the bait, and it skied it a couple times. So I just grabbed it, put it in free spool, and it grabbed it, and then I got it hooked up. And I was like, turn the boat, get the cameras going, get the lines in, and really we got that fish in quick.
Yeah.
That's what we had that fish in within, what, 5 minutes? Maybe
Yeah.
10 minutes at the most?
It wasn't more than 5.
And which is good because like we'd really been trying to practice, getting things in fast. So like I was like really on them the last couple seasons, and part of that's because of sharks. But in this case, we were fishing out a crowded inlet, and it's like, man, we gotta get this fish in because he can get tangled, in someone's downrigger and someone else's line. Who knows what's gonna happen? So we like got on that fish fast, and I just had the rod, so I fought him and caught him in.
There's about, what, 50, 60 boats out there with us that day, I think?
Yeah.
They're
There's
all
quite a
out.
few of them, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we try to get away from them when we can. But what we found is when you hook a fish, all of a sudden you're like, hey, where'd all those boats come
Yeah.
from?
Yeah.
The boats around us were good. They were giving us our space, getting
Oh,
the
yeah,
lines
yeah,
in,
yeah. Most of
cheering
them
after we
are-
got it in.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
of them are really good about getting out of your way when you get a big one on. But
Yeah.
That one. Corey wants to know what batteries do we recommend?
for your trolling motor or what?
Probably. We're working on that right now. 'Cause-
Don't
We have
get
one we
lead
don't
acid.
want.
Lead acid. I've been having a. What's weird is on mine, I've got 2 lead acid. One charges good. One of them will charge up, but it goes down so quick.
but you have 2 different batteries.
They are.
That's what I think the problem is. Like, because isn't one an AGM?
Is it the one we got from?
Yeah.
Atonement? Yeah. So that's probably why.
So, yeah. So we gotta like get that sorted out. But we'll let you know when we find a good solution.
There you go. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the lobster season went pretty good. We had really good weather. We had to deal with the current the second day a lot.
We always have to deal with the current.
Right.
At least we could see. The viz was good.
Right. But once the current started slowing down, we really.
And then we were
started-
done.
Yeah.
We just started slowing
You
down.
just had to work. Usually Jeremy and Christopher have to do most of that work, don't they?
Yeah.
Y'all get in when it's flat.
Yeah, we get in there when it's slack. They do the hard current ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, except for then I have to get in on both currents and film.
Right. And so the rest of the family will get in when the current slows down. So.
Yeah. the last month it's been like a pain. Like I was hoping to get offshore, and you know, feel like we've had storms, like weather. You know, we had that hurricane that went off the coast that didn't hit us directly, but it put a big swell.
Yeah.
So it was like, man, we've been hoping to get offshore and try it, but
The water's been really cold too. I mean, It's just way out of character. And that's warming up now, I think, but I don't know if the damage has been done for the kings, if they've run them out or
yeah.
they'll show back up. Maybe when they're migrating back south, we might get a good bite on them.
Yeah, it's funny, like there's like a lot of like tournaments, kingfish tournaments happening in like North and South Carolina. Like, from what I understand, they have a good fall, and it's like you think those fish would eventually come back down, and we get a piece of that, and it could just be because everyone stopped. Like by the time they come down, a lot of kids have school again, and hunt season's picking up, so like, you know, everyone may just be like not trying at that point.
Yeah, I know there's some schools that stay like out around BR and Elton. I think they stay pretty much year round, but
yeah,
I think a lot of the bigger ones migrate up and down the coast. So
What is that? Facebook? Sorry, Facebook. Since y'all keep freezing.
So, follow up on any questions? Everybody
I
follow up?
think so. I mean, like I said, if we don't answer it, just send it again because I'm trying to go between.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
yeah.
we should tell everyone who just tuned in our issue.
Yeah. So we're running on a couple of different platforms, trying to run on several, and some of them I think Facebook keeps freezing up. So sorry if you guys are on that. But
Yeah, come to a different one then.
yeah, feel free. You know, we're on several.
YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah. So
Right now.
One thing good about it though, like we said, the shrimp, the bait is in the river good. The shrimp, the mullet, and then the pokies have showed back up along the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And been getting them all around, up around Hannah, the Poles, up at Nassau Sound. In fact, when we were out a couple weeks ago or last week, they there was a couple big schools come up in the river. You caught some right by the sound, by the bridge. But we didn't see any tarpon that day, but we seen a ton of them out there today. So
yeah, I guess they just.
You can't be trying to catch them, and you will.
I guess they're only. I mean, they only show up during the week. Could be
Sounds about right.
Too crowded, maybe during the weekend. I don't know. Were there many boats out there?
Yeah, today.
Yeah,
we were the first one.
Yeah,
We launched right at daylight this morning.
Mm-hmm.
We were the only boat in the parking lot, and then when I left, I think there was only maybe 3 trailers.
Yeah.
And that weekend we were there, they were all over the place.
Yeah.
A lot of yackers out there, kayakers, and people fishing from the shore and wading. And there's a few today wading from the shore.
Yeah. So are any of you guys doing any of the upcoming inshore tournaments? There's quite a few. I know there's the Full of Bowl redfish tournament, and then there's also the Flounder Pounder. Both of those are in October. And you guys going to be doing any of those? Like a dramatic turn.
Just kicked in.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
The Full of Bull is a fun tournament to do. Yeah, I mean, you know, you're releasing everything in there.
Yeah.
And you just never know what'll come along and grab your hook.
Yeah.
So we fished that, used mullet, cut ladyfish, and crab. These are our 3 mainstay baits. You can get some decent live mullet. 8 to 10 inches are good for the bigger reds.
Yeah. This camera on stuff.
Just want to turn it off.
That one just don't want me on there, does it?
Well, first it is.
It was doing that to me earlier.
Sorry.
Yeah.
How do you turn that off?
Hold down above the red button. No.
This one. This one.
Well, I guess you.
So anyhow,
Sometimes you hold the hand up.
another thing is you get into the fall, you make sure your boat's still up to par. If you're gonna if you quit fishing, one of those guys that don't fish the winter, late fall you start hunting and you give up the fishing part.
Yeah.
And make sure you winterize your boat.
Yeah.
You know, put that fuel stabilizer in there, and otherwise when you go to crank it up in March or April or May, whenever you start out, that bad boy will not run.
It's also good, if you can, you know, crank it up every so often, go out there and run it.
Yeah, and you need to run it for a little bit. Somebody just crank it up and just let it go, but you need to burn all that stuff that's in the carburetor and get newer stuff in there.
Well, Yeah.
Make sure you got your filters all cleaned out and water separators.
Yeah.
Check them and make sure you ain't keeping a lot of water in there. And,
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how many people have carburetors these days,
but that's true.
but still, it is good
Yeah.
to run it.
And that gas will when that ethanol gas gets old, it doesn't have near the I guess what is the octane, and sometimes it just don't run. I mean, it'll barely run, or if it runs at all.
Gotcha.
So I know a lot of people use that ethanol free, and we do that in our small boat, but we run a big one pretty regular, so we don't use it in that.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah. So, any other questions, comments, favorite shorts, shorts you want to see?
yeah, let us know
Yeah.
if there's anything that you want us to work on.
Yeah.
We'll do that. I know last Halloween we gave away lures on our
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Did well.
We got some good ideas for some new Halloween shorts.
Yeah, so we're gonna make sure you sit there and watch them. Maybe a couple of good ones for Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll
A lot before then.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully our idea is to keep you guys smiling.
Mm-hmm.
And when you tune into us, we want you to be happy. If we see you at our fishing hole, we might not be. So, and you may not be happy with us when you see us in there. We had a little race today going to the fishing hole.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to what they call the Black Rock in this boat. I seen him kind of come at an angle. I got a 200 on that little 21 Blazer Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Needless to say, he couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
But I think we had the same idea going to the same spot. So if you're watching, sorry, man. It wasn't no good there anyhow. We didn't catch some fish. So.
You
did him a favor.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ways to ride, but yeah, it was kind of choppy out there in that open
Yeah.
part of the sound.
Gotcha.
Let's see, what video's going out this week?
I think mahi fishing or maybe some lobstering.
Yeah, Mahi day one probably.
Which we had actually one of our better years of mahi down there this year.
Mm-hmm.
Now the black fins weren't any good,
Yeah.
but I'll tell you, if we would have had live bait on a couple of those days, we would have tore the mahi up. But we're still catching on artificials, trolling them back. They're running that one line way back, and then some of the closer ones too.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's all I got to say about that.
That's yeah. Maybe we'll get some. We'll figure out the live bait and the keys one day, and have enough where we can try your tactic.
We've done that a couple of times, and when we got them out there, and you threw a handful of liveys in there around the schools, man, they go nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you got to get the school like to you too.
Right. But if you start throwing them around them, if you find some kind of structure and you get one, start throwing those liveys out, or that school's going to come to you. They'll go nuts. And
Mm-hmm.
just be ready to hold on, because when they start, one time we found out though is that when they would kill the bait, they wouldn't eat it, and so they'd come out and they hit it. And if the bait was dead, they'd just go on. But if that bait was real lively and frisky, they would slam it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what size net do we throw for shrimp?
What are
Mainly
they,
8
eights?
foot, 8 foot or half-inch mesh.
Mm-hmm.
5/8 is probably a little better. Now they've got this stuff that's chained on the bottom instead of lead.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering how that would be. I would think that would be good, because
That
it'd be
one we
good
saw at ICAST?
solid.
Yeah.
So,
The one we saw at ICAST?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it may be a little heavier than lead, but I could see where it would
Yeah.
drag the bottom a lot better than lead.
It's good if you can do a bigger one. Remember, you cover a lot more area. Because the old circle area formula is pi r squared. So a 7-foot net is a 7-foot radius.
Kick around.
So 7 times 7 is 49. If you throw an 8-foot, 8 times 8 is 64. So that's quite a bit more.
Engineer.
I mean,
It's just this big.
it's
We'll just say it like
you
that.
can trust me
Throw
that
as big as you can
that
throw.
you cover a lot more the bigger you can go. Like it's more than just a little. Each step up is
Right, and even the bigger nets, Jeremy's got a good technique that he throws. I throw my net the old-fashioned way, and I used to try to force it, and I found out that if you just kind of slowly bring that thing around, you can open it and do better. But the key is having that tape or the webbing in your net, And if you're going to be shrimping deep, now at night you don't need it
Mm-hmm.
in that shallow water. But if you're going to be in that 15 to 20 foot or more range,
Yeah.
you got to have that webbing on there. You're not going to do very well.
Mm-hmm.
We have
Yep.
have a question?
No, I think we're just having difficulties on Facebook.
Yeah.
And
Like
stuff.
Rosanna
Thank you,
Dana
Well.
says, it's always something.
It says live video paused.
Gotcha.
What's that?
I don't know why it's so low anyways.
Well, interesting stuff. Anything else you want to mention, Kayla?
I don't know. Let's see. We discussed what kingfishing, lobstering.
Mm-hmm.
It says Insta ended. So I can restart
Okay.
that.
We're hoping to get the draw for the red snapper this next quarter.
Mm-hmm.
That would be nice. And one of the things we found out on our red snapper, our favorite holes because of that cold water, there was no snapper on them. But we did find a spot by accident, and we caught some big red snapper. In fact, Jeremy had a 22.66, and we probably broke off several other.
Yeah.
ones. So, anytime you out there trolling, especially like Elton Bottom or farther out,
Mm-hmm.
and you mark some good bottom or ledges or something, man, save that and go back fishing because you never know.
Yeah. Yeah, that really helped out a lot, finding that spot. And what did you think when you saw that big snapper come in, Kayla?
Oh, I'm like, don't get your hopes up. I mean, it's all right, but
No,
it's not
I
gonna
knew
win.
that was a money fish. That fish was what, 35 inches?
Yeah.
That's a big snapper.
Yeah.
35 inches. And the ones we weighed in the day before was what, 28 or?
27 inches, and that
Sorry
was
for
like
shaking the
14
table,
pounds.
everybody.
Yeah, so 35, I knew that fish was going to be.
Yeah, you were getting like
Up and
super
around
excited. I'm
20s.
like, calm down, calm down.
Yeah.
But when I saw it in the cooler, when it was in the big cooler, I'm like, wow, this thing is
And the cooler
taking
looked
up
big.
a lot of space.
And the
So,
cooler looked big, but on the deck, there's so much
Yeah.
going on. I'm like, maybe it's 17.
Plus, we broke off a couple of good fish too, and
Mhm.
and then the sharks come around. Talking about something that'll ruin your good fishing hole. You start getting some big fish in, and then big bull sharks find out.
Yeah.
Man, they will run the fish off, make them go hide in the holes. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think the last couple of fish we caught off that hole was sharks, wasn't it? Big sharks.
Yeah, we had a couple. I think the school kind of moved because when we were leaving, I think I found them again.
I did it.
Yeah, like I could see them move, and which would be another advantage to the spot lock, being able to quickly move around.
And them snapper will move. They'll just work up and down ledges
Mm-hmm.
and structure and stuff like that. So.
Okay, let's see. On Instagram, normal person, bunch of one says, hey.
How's it going? Thanks for shouting
Cole
out.
Outdoorsman says, what's up?
Who else?
Well, fall fishing time is what's up, and hunting.
And not kingfishing. It's not up.
Yeah. Yeah, so the best thing to do is network if you've got some friends out there. And the same way when you're fishing,
Yeah.
the best friend to have is one that has a boat. You don't have to buy. And
Use
you'll
the
weigh out
Uh,
when you go with your buddy,
Just
drop them a couple dollars. And
I say help them out. Chip in on gas and bait and
I was
stuff.
waste of ice.
Yeah.
How do we do down in the Keys?
We did good, except for the blackfin.
Yeah, blackfin was like not there.
Yeah.
We didn't catch any blackfin, which is unusual.
Yeah, we didn't get to do our trial fish this year because they shut the season down. They
Yeah.
projected that the limit would be caught right before we got down there.
Whatever that means.
Yeah,
Projected.
supposed to be having for
Projected.
6 months, and it's not 6 weeks. Usually, it's about all
For
we
some
get.
reason,
Somehow, yeah, I have no idea how they figure out how many tile fish they've already caught.
Yeah, I think it depends on how many illegals cross the southern border, and then it's based in some kind of figure like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like when we were in the Gulf, fishing with our cousin Drew, they had to report like during their snapper season, like at the end of it, when we got back to the dock, we said, we caught X amount of snapper.
Before you dock, you have to report
Yeah,
it.
well, yeah, at the dock, I guess, or whatever, before you leave the dock. And yeah, okay, that makes sense. At least you have a better way of figuring out how many fish you caught. But we don't have that in Florida. So I don't know if Georgia has. I don't know if there's other places. So how many snapper we caught like or how many blue line tile or whatever. Like, you know, they don't have a good way of tracking, right?
Well, when they had that little thing down here, we were asking them about it, how they come up with their figures. And one of them told me that it's based on how many boats they go out there and they count the number of boats in the parking lot. And then they figure 3 or 4 people to the boat. And then every one of them will catch a snapper. I'm like, you can't, that ain't even a good scientific guess. That's just crazy stuff. But
Okay. There's a lot, I guess, on Facebook. I don't know when they came in.
sorry, guys, on Facebook.
Let's see, real quick. Richard wants to know, do you see a difference in tape or webbing?
I don't. The only thing good about webbing is it don't come apart. Sometimes the tape will.
Yeah.
But that last white Gorilla tape I've got, that stuff's done good.
Yeah.
Just don't, when you put your net up, don't put it up wet because then it'll start breaking down.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Chris Harrison said, I seen your new boat, the 46 Freeman. Looks great.
Yeah, I sure wish that was our
Tell
need
boat.
a bigger boat.
me where it's at.
Yeah.
And in all seriousness, I would like to get a bigger boat. I'd kind of like to get one where I could, like, almost like a project boat, you know, where I could, like, rebuild it the way I want to. So if you guys see, like, a 35, 36 Contender, Yellowfin, Invincible,
Blood
CV.
motors, that's the better, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you could, but it doesn't have to. Just something, you know, out there that,
Uh-huh.
you know, isn't real updated that I can update myself. You know, by all means, shoot me a message. I'd appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah. And when he says project boat, he don't mean a boat from the project. He means a boat that is a project to work on.
What you got, Kayla?
Anyways, Richard wants to know what part of the river is yielding the most shrimp.
Doctor's Inlet is where we've been fishing.
And how is
Did
the
y'all go to
clarity there?
Green Cove?
Well, Green Cove, they were
Longer.
good for a while, and then they weren't. I did talk to somebody down in Palatka. They're doing fairly decent down there. Not the numbers that we got up here,
Yeah.
but more quality size
Like
shrimp.
bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the shrimp will, when they hatch out, they'll move up the river and grow up, and then they'll spawn and come back out. So, you know, you can catch them like up around Doctor's Inlet. Sometimes you'll catch them coming out of Palatka
Yeah.
and working their way back out to the ocean.
Clarity wise, there's not. I've never seen clarity at Doctor's Inlet. You know, it's
No.
brown.
Let's be clear, there's
Yeah.
no clear water out here.
Yeah. So about the same lack of clarity it always has.
I wish we did have clear water. We'd put a camera down there and
That'd
just
be
see what
cool.
it looked like.
Yeah.
Tim May wants to know, why is Kayla always catching the big ones?
Tin Man, you know Kayla can catch the big ones.
Well, actually, Tim, man, I caught the big ones this year.
This year.
Yeah,
But
Tim.
who's
I-
was bigger
That's
than
right, the
that?
snapper and the kings,
I
right?
caught the winning snapper
You did.
and the winning. Actually, caught the winning snapper both years.
Yeah.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
But your winning king was 30 pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kayla's was 45.
The big one was 45,
Yeah.
and my other one was 32
It was 30.2.
or 30.32 or
30
22.
30.22.
For what?
Either way.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, hey, I wouldn't complain if you caught a 45
Yeah,
pounder that day.
I don't care who catches the big fish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I'm telling you, Kayla can fish with the best of them. I mean, you see it on the video. She knows. We don't have to tell her what to do. She knows how to fight the fish.
Mhm.
I don't remember I've been going out there with y'all or watching y'all do it, working on all the videos.
She's been out there a lot, but now she can. Sometimes we'd have to tell her how to do it. We don't have to tell her where to drive because she's running the boat. We don't have to show her how to gaff the fish. She can
That
do all
doesn't
that.
Yeah.
stop y'all from trying.
But let me tell you something. When you gaff the fish, that 14-foot gaff, don't gaff them in the
12 footer.
Whatever. About
Well, 14 is illegal.
About
Illegal?
pull
Some
them on.
tournaments, you can't be bigger than 12.
Oh, okay, but whatever. But it
We
about
don't have that. We really don't.
yeah, it pulled my butt, about pulled my butt in the water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's on video.
Yeah, if I hadn't had that rail there, I would have been over
Yeah.
in the drink.
Let's see. Dalton says, nice hat.
Hey, thanks, Dalton. I don't know where I got that one from.
Strike zone hat. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
And speaking of strike zone, I mean, you know, we don't get paid or it's not a commercial or anything. But I can tell you one thing, that about anything you need for fishing, they've got it. And they got, a lot of the guys that work there are fishermen too, and they're pretty knowledgeable, and they don't mind sharing that knowledge with you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely a good place. And the prices, you know, you think Amazon and all is cheaper. See, Strike Zone's right up there with them. And sometimes even cheaper than Amazon.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to keep track of all these devices. Lions Baseball 2 says, you guys find bait anywhere? Pinfish were non-existent. I don't know if that's...
Yeah, the kingfish has been horrible. Like I said, when was it when we got it? And we got like 9 in about...
No, he said pinfish.
Pinfish.
Yeah. And the Keys. No, we didn't find any pinfish. We didn't really try too much this year,
No,
but
we didn't have the time to shoot like we normally do.
yeah, I've never done real good like on a pinfish trap
Uh-huh.
in the summer when we go. I don't know if it's time of year. I've heard different tips and different places to go, and buddies tell me where to go, and I've tried it, and I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the time or me or that particular place or if the water's too hot, but
Yeah. Now we've done it. We put out chum bags and caught them in a cast net. Sometimes caught them pretty good that way, but
yeah.
and that's the year I think we tore all the big mahi offshore too.
Mm-hmm.
Pinfish offshore, they always swim down. So you get out there and hook one in, and down he goes, and the farther down he goes, the bigger the mahi you get.
Yeah.
Waiting on him to get on there.
do you ever think they'll open the snapper season like they do on the West Coast?
Well, I think DeSantis and Scott and all of them are trying to get that worked out. But
So
Trying, but
our senators did propose a bill, to get control back to Florida. And the FWC has this program where they're studying red snapper. And a couple times when the biologist has come up to get the samples from the fish, because we've been in that program a couple times. The last time I asked her, she said that, the data looks good to support, opening it up to the fishermen. Like it's supporting what the fishermen have been saying, that we have a ton of these. So, it's good that they got data from the biologist. Hopefully that all helped. So, I think so. I mean,
yeah. And the thing is, once you have a season, you're not going to have that big rush for everybody to go in there when you only got a day or 2 days to catch a fish, and you get 1 fish per day. Once they relax it, then people can go leisurely fishing, kind of do it like fun. But those 2 red snapper days or that 1 red snapper day, that was crazy, especially the one.
Yeah.
If
they did it like weekends over a month, like sometimes the Gulf would do that. It'd be like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. For like a month or 2 or 3.
Yeah. And in fact, they open them up because they don't quite reach the quota that they want.
Yeah.
But we don't really, I don't know that they know what the quota is. And another thing here is, and I'm not real crazy about this, and I don't hate, excuse me, I don't hate commercial people, but the commercial season opened up after regular season, and it goes potentially till the end of the year.
Yeah.
They get like 6 months, and they get a good chunk of the overall allowable catch too.
Yeah. And that's just, that to me, nothing against commercial fishing. That says it's not about the population of the species, right? Like, because if it was about the population, then it would just be like, you can only let this many fish caught, and don't even commercial fish. Everyone can catch it recreationally, right? Like commercial guys can catch it for themselves. But if you're going to say, okay, you can commercial or recreational will catch this many, and we're going to do X amount commercial, that says like the species is okay. Like if you were the government agency and saying, oh, these fish are going extinct, then you wouldn't be, making more for the commercial. Like, oh, it's like, oh yeah, we care about the fish, but we also want to make money, so we'll support.
Right.
Like you can't blend those two together. Like,
I think like if you like venison or deer meat, you can't buy it in America. I think they sell it in some of the other countries. But if you want to get a deer, you got to go out there and shoot one.
Yeah.
Or have a good buddy that can shoot straight one, and get plenty. But
there's no.
Maybe that's the way we should do with red snapper. You just got to go get your own, or
there's no.
Have a good friend that'll bring you one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, ultimately, there's enough for commercial and recreational. Open it up for everybody.
Right.
But if you're just gonna do like a little for this, and then like, oh yeah, let's make some money and do a lot, like,
right.
Let's just make it.
Yeah, it's kind of like playing football. We got 2 different teams. All right, here's the rules for your team, and then here's the rules for the other team.
Yeah.
And they can do one thing and you can do the other. But that ain't how you play ball. Everybody's supposed to play by the same rules. So that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I think we all should be playing by the same rules. You can even get a referee if you want. Throw flags and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Chris said you should buy that Cape Horn from Team Buck Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
What about him?
I'm not a big fan of the Cape Horn. nothing against the quality, but like the layout. Like one thing I don't like is the seats at the front. You know, like that. A lot of boats, some boats will have those where they have like, it's like storage / seats. And I like a flat deck, like the Contender. I know some Contenders and some Yellowfins have the seats now, but like I want like totally flat where I can fight the fish all the way around. Like no one's gonna ride on the seat up front offshore. Like it's just, that's the worst place to ride is the front.
You get your brains beat out of there.
So have a flat deck, and then you can just move things around. Like if it is nice and you want to ride up front, you can put a beanbag up there.
Right.
So
And then when you're fishing, you can throw that beanbag up on the T-top and it'll fall down and hit Kayla in the head while she's fighting the fish.
yeah.
Okay.
At least you can kind of get them out of the way, you know.
Actually, can you read that one
Which one?
where your hand is? Or is
Uh,
it one? It might not be anything.
oh yeah, no, it's just different
Okay.
people.
So we call it up?
I think so. Someone did ask on one of them. We got a wahoo fish this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely be
We're
out
not
there.
fish.
We're gonna catch any? That's a different story. But
I'm
we'll be out
definitely looking forward to it. Hopefully we're gonna do some live baiting this year.
there. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I really want to try.
yeah. I think that one year when we got into them real thick, if we'd have dropped some of them, a little bullet bonita down there,
Mm-hmm.
I think we'd have just smoked them.
Oh,
We
yeah.
smoked them pretty good anyhow, but
Yeah.
the live bonita would have been crazy.
Catching up, sorry.
All right.
Well, guys, appreciate y'all tuning in. Yeah, so we got some more shorts. We'll do some more live videos. We got another page we're starting, Kayla's page.
Don't put this on me.
If you guys want to follow us on that, we're gonna do some funny shorts on that. It's called KB&J Adventures. So it's just now getting started. Not a lot of content, but if you guys want to follow us on that, we'd appreciate that. We'll have some funny videos on there for you soon.
Let's see. Brian says hello from.
Hello from Punta Gorda, Charlotte Harbor. How's it going, Brian? Thanks
Yeah,
for
how's the
reaching
fishing
out.
down there, Brian?
Yeah.
It's probably pretty good, huh?
Yeah. It'd be nice to, there's some good fishing on the Gulf.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Go out to that middle grounds and catch some of the big fish. I was talking to my buddy Don Beadle, and he was telling me about the old days when they would go out. And he said, man, just put the smack down on all kind of fish.
Yeah.
You ever get red snapper 3 miles off the beach? And if so, how do you prove you caught them there?
Well, here's the deal. The burden of proof lies on the state.
That's right.
I mean, yeah, so first of all, but I do believe there's snapper within 3 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Even out at Southeast Hole, I think there's probably some down in there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know at 4.5 and 5 miles we catch them all. the
Yeah.
time.
We catch them regularly at 5 miles. We haven't caught one in state waters yet. But I've heard of local guys doing it. I know it's possible, but
Even Eddie Smith used to tell me he had a good little spot that's like 2.5 miles
Yeah.
offshore. And there's gonna be some ledges out there, and if you can find them, I'm sure there will be some snapper on them.
yeah.
We caught up.
Think so.
I think so.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Bouncing around over a couple different screens, so sorry if I missed your comment. Feel free to comment below. Always send us any comments, questions. I'll do my best to answer them. If you're wondering what's biting, I'll be happy to share if I know anything.
Yeah.
I'll try to keep my ears out. And if you know anything, we definitely appreciate information. Hopefully we'll see you out there on the water. Get to say hey sometime and go from there.
Sounds good. Thanks for watching.
Hey, see you guys.
Bye.
Now, close them all.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, here
One
we
at a
go.
time. See you
One.
guys on this platform.
All
Let's
right.
see, that should be it.
And we're going to see you on that platform.
All right. We're down to 2
And
platforms.
goodbye on this platform.
And then just one.
See
What do you
ya.
think?
What's the final frontier?
And last platform. Bye, guys.